Current is the measure of flow of electrons. Of course, electricity is about flowing electrons, and we can measure that. And current is the measure of how many electrons pass a point every second. So high current, higher number of electrons. Current is measured in amps, and the symbol for current is I. Symbol for current is I. It's measured in amps. A helpful way to consider electricity is to compare it with water, because electricity is about the flow of electrons, so it's a fluid, just like water is a fluid. So if we can understand what happens with water, particularly with current, makes it easy to understand with electricity. So here's a situation where we have got a big container, or like a reservoir, storing water, and then we've got a pipe coming out the bottom, and through that pipe water is able to flow. So we've got water in here. Now this water is potential energy because it's being influenced by gravity and it's being pushed down through into this pipe, and then it's going to come out this hose, or the end of the pipe. Now if we were to measure the amount of water molecules passing this pipe every second, we would be able to work out the current. Now, so let's compare it to this situation where we've got exactly the same amount of water, but this time what's different is we've got a much narrower pipe. So we've got the same amount of water, the same amount of potential energy from gravity pushing down, trying to push that water through the pipe. But this time, because the pipe is so much narrower, we have much smaller current. So less current is able to flow, or the current is less. Less current, more current. So when we've got the same amount of energy, or same amount of voltage if we're considering it for electricity, when we've got a narrower pipe or a narrower wire, we have less current flowing. So this is something else that we need to talk about, which is called resistance. So imagine if we take a pipe and we squeeze it like this. So we're actually resisting the flow of water, or resisting the flow of electrons. So it's going to stop, or so if we increase the resistance, we decrease the current. Now, so that's a relationship that we're going to talk about in one of our next videos, and it's there's a particular law about it called Ohm's law, but more on that later. Current is about measuring the flow of electrons, measuring the number of electrons past a point any second. When we have the same amount of potential energy, or the same amount of voltage, but we increase the resistance by making it a narrower pipe, then we have less current flowing.